A wise person once told me, "Dreams don't work unless you do." And the more I walk through this journey called life, the more I realize how true those words really are. You can't just dream your way to success. You can't wish your way into greatness. Dreams are beautiful, but they're only the blueprint. You are the builder. And yet so many of us spend our entire lives trying to fit in, trying to mold ourselves into what we think the world wants us to be. We chase approval. We crave validation. We try to blend into circles, cliques, trends, and groups. We bend ourselves to fit into sororities, social scenes, even relationships, hoping someone will finally see us as enough. But here's the truth. The very people we admire, the ones we put on pedestals, the icons, the leaders, the visionaries, they're not the ones who blended in. They're the ones who stood out. They didn't follow the crowd. They walked their own path. They didn't ask for permission. They gave themselves the authority to be different. Think about it. Every great story, every breakthrough, every innovation, it didn't come from someone who was trying to fit in. It came from someone who dared to stand alone. Someone who believed in something long before the world agreed. And the thing that separates those people from the rest is not luck. It's not talent alone. It's preparation. Because when you are prepared, fear cannot control you. When you've put in the hours, when you've done the work, when you've built the foundation brick by brick, fear has nowhere to stand. There's no fear of failure. When you've trained for the fall, there's no fear of rejection. When you've built your worth from within, there's no fear of the unknown. When you've armed yourself with discipline, knowledge, and faith, you see, failure isn't the end. It's not even the enemy. It's the process. It's the greatest teacher you'll ever have. Most people stop when they fail. They walk away assuming that failure is a sign they're not good enough. But the truth is, failure is feedback. It's information. It's life saying, this path needs adjusting. Every time you fail, you're learning something. You're collecting data. You're refining your approach. You're discovering what doesn't work so you can uncover what does. And yes, I failed. You failed. We all have. And we will again. Because failure is not something you escape. It's something you embrace. The question is, what will you do with it? Because failure can either be your prison or your passport. It can chain you down or it can carry you forward. It all depends on how you choose to use it. So ask yourself, what would my future look like if I truly wanted something so deeply, so passionately that I was willing to prepare for it every single day, even when I was afraid? What if you wanted it so bad that you stopped waiting for the perfect moment and started creating one? What if you were so committed that fear became irrelevant? Not because it disappeared, but because it no longer defined you. There's a book that says, feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's exactly what preparation gives you. The courage to act in spite of fear. Because fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal, a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone where growth happens. And growth is never painless. It's stretching. It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond. You can't control every circumstance, every curveball, every heartbreak. But you can control your reaction. You can control your effort. You can control your preparation. No matter who you are, no matter where you've come from, no matter how far behind you feel, you have the power to remove the lid that's been placed over your life. We all have one. A lid of doubt, a lid of fear, a lid of comfort, a lid of excuses. It's that invisible ceiling that tells you this is as far as you'll ever go. And the tragedy is most people never take it off. They live their whole lives capped by limitations they accepted without questioning. So, how do you know if you've still got the lid on? Here are some clues. If you wake up in the morning and you're not excited about life, the lid is on. If you feel stuck, bored, or unfulfilled, the lid is on. If you always have time to say yes to everyone else's requests, but never time to pursue your own calling, the lid is on. If your dreams sound reasonable to everyone around you, the lid is on. Because real dreams aren't supposed to sound reasonable. They're supposed to sound ridiculous. They're supposed to make people doubt you. They're supposed to make you doubt yourself. If your dream doesn't make you a little scared, a little uncomfortable, a little restless, it's not big enough. When you tell your vision to your friends and they all say, yeah, that makes sense, you're dreaming too small. Because great dreams don't make sense at first. Great dreams challenge logic. They defy your current capacity. They demand growth. So take the lid off. Stop shrinking yourself to fit a world that's waiting for you to expand. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable in the dark. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. They'll never come. Perfection is a mirage. Preparation is the key. And faith is the engine. The people who changed the world aren't the ones who had it all figured out. They're the ones who kept showing up, unpolished, uncertain, and unafraid to fail, until they got it right. They're the ones who believed when no one else did. who worked when no one was watching, who prepared in the shadows until the moment came to shine. So don't run from the work. Embrace it. Let the grind refine you. Let failure teach you. Let preparation anchor you, because when preparation meets opportunity, that's when people call it luck. But luck is just the reward for those who never gave up. So today, make a choice. Stop fitting in. Stand out. Stop hiding behind fear. Step into purpose. Stop talking about what you're going to do and start doing it. Because the world doesn't need another copy. It needs you, the real you, the prepared you, the fearless you. And remember this: dreams don't work unless you do. So wake up with purpose, work with discipline, fail with courage, learn with humility, and rise with faith. Because one day when you look back, you won't regret the nights you stayed up working. You won't regret the risks you took. You won't regret the times you fell and got back up. You'll regret the moments you hesitated, the chances you didn't take, the dreams you left unlived. So take the lid off, step forward, be bold, be prepared, and do the work. Because your dreams are waiting on you, man. Your dreams shouldn't make sense to everybody. If every person you share your vision with nods their head and says, "Yeah, I can see that," then you're dreaming too small. A real dream, a God-sized dream, is supposed to make people pause. It's supposed to make them look at you sideways and ask, "How are you going to do that?" That's when you know you're onto something. That's when you know the lid is off. Because when your dream stretches the imagination, when it looks impossible from the outside, that's when it's real. That's when it's alive. If I were you, I'd take the lid off. I'd stop playing small. I'd stop waiting for everyone to understand what's burning inside of me. Because they're not supposed to get it. They weren't given the vision you were. Most people are always waiting. They're always getting ready to get ready. They're always preparing to prepare. They're stuck in set mode. But not you. You've got to move. You've got to act. You've got to go. When the idea comes, when the vision strikes, when the dream calls, you don't need a 100 confirmations. You don't need a round table of approval. You need courage. You need faith. You need to move into action. Boom. Just like that. Step, move, act. Because every time you take a step toward your dream, you're uncovering it. Every action is a shovel in the dirt, digging your dream back out from the weight of doubt, fear, and time. See, the true mark of a champion isn't perfection. It's persistence. It's resilience. A real champion doesn't run when the dirt starts flying. They don't quit when life throws dust on their vision. They shake it off. They rise again. They keep digging. They keep moving because they know buried beneath that dirt is destiny. Buried beneath that dirt is greatness. Every bit of opposition you're facing right now, every obstacle, every delay, every attack, it's not a sign that you're off track. It's confirmation that you're on the right one. You wouldn't be facing this much resistance if there wasn't something powerful inside of you. You wouldn't have this much coming against you if you weren't carrying something valuable. The dream is still alive. You may have tried and failed. Maybe you stepped out last year or 5 years ago or even 40 years ago and it didn't work out. Nobody believed. Nobody helped. You were left standing there alone. But I'm here to tell you, try again. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your season. Your destiny is calling. And can I tell you something? Your dream is not dead. It's just not in season yet. The seed didn't fail. It's just been growing underground. The roots have been forming. The soil has been shifting. The timing is aligning. Your time is coming. Promotion is coming. Good breaks are on the way. Doors are about to open that no one can shut. The promises you've been standing on. The prayers you've been whispering in the dark. The vision you've been carrying in your heart, they're not forgotten. Lack is not your destiny. Struggle is not your identity. Barely getting by is not the end of your story. These light afflictions, these temporary setbacks, they're not here to break you. They're here to build you. They're temporary, but the glory that's coming, that's eternal. So start speaking faith again. Say it out loud. This is my year. This is my year to get healthy and whole. This is my year to meet the people I was destined to meet. This is my year to advance in my career. This is my year to step into a new level of destiny. This is my year to accomplish dreams I've been holding on to for years. This is my year to break free from depression, from doubt, from delay. This is my year for restoration, for renewal, for redemption. This is my year for double favor, double peace, double progress. This is my year for vindication, for healing, for joy. But it all starts with your mind. You've got to get your thoughts going in the right direction. You've got to believe again. You've got to see yourself walking in victory even before you touch it. Here's the secret. The people who do the most with their lives, the ones who walk with confidence, who radiate assurance, who seem unstoppable, they're not fearless. They've just learned how to face fear. They've stared down the doubt. They've walked through the storms. They've looked fear in the eye and said, "You will not have me." They didn't linger in it. They didn't let it linger in them. They felt the fear and they did it anyway. So don't resent your competitors. Don't hate the people running beside you. Respect them. Learn from them. Let them sharpen you. Because competition can refine you, not define you. Remember, the lid is off. The dream is alive. The time is now. So get up, shake the dirt off, speak life, walk forward. Because what's ahead of you is greater than what's behind you. This is your year, your breakthrough, your restoration, your turn. Someone once asked me a question that changed the way I look at life. They said, "Who's your hero?" And at that moment, I didn't have an answer. I paused. I said, "You know what? I don't know. Let me think about that. Give me a couple of weeks." So I went away. I sat with it. I wrestled with it. I looked around at the world, at the people I admired, at the legends, the mentors, the greats. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized my hero wasn't someone else. So I came back and I said, "I've got it. I know who my hero is." They said, "Who?" I said, "It's me in 10 years. They laughed, but I was serious. See, that's the point. My hero isn't someone I've already met. It's not someone out there. My hero is me, the man I'm still becoming. 10 years went by. I turned 25, and that same person came back around. They said, "Well, are you your hero yet?" And I said, "Not even close." They asked, "Why not?" And I said, "Because my hero is me at 35. You see, every day, every week, every month, every year, my hero is always 10 years ahead. I'm never going to catch him. I'm never going to become him. And you know what? That's okay, because that gives me someone to chase. That's the beauty of it. The chase, the pursuit, the journey. Success isn't a finish line. It's not a trophy. It's not one big moment. Success is a process. Slow, deliberate, often invisible. It's not built in a day. It's built in the small choices, the consistent effort, the quiet disciplines that nobody sees. And failure isn't sudden either. You don't fall apart overnight. It's the small things, the little habits, the moments you stop paying attention. That's why I say you've got to watch. You've got to stay awake. You've got to pay attention to every single second, because you're either building something or breaking something down. You're either watering your dream or starving it. So watch yourself. Watch your habits. Watch your heart. And above all, choose love. Don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart. Don't let bitterness steal your joy. Don't let pain harden your soul. Because when you stop playing, when you stop laughing, when you stop loving, you stop living. I believe in manifestation. I believe in faith. I believe that when you put a rocket of desire out into the universe and you truly believe, you attract it back. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you believe for. You have to see it before you see it. You have to believe you already have it before it arrives. That's the key. You've got to become acutely sensitized, aware, observant, awake to whether what you're doing is actually working or not. That awareness, that sensory acuity, that's real intelligence. Because intelligence isn't just about IQ or numbers or knowledge. Intelligence is about distinction. It's about how clearly you can see reality. It's how many details you can notice, how many patterns you can recognize. It's about saying something's off. You know, I need to adjust, or this is working. I need to double down. That's intelligence. And right now, you might be facing something that feels too big. You might be in a place that feels too heavy. You might be thinking, "I can't handle this." But I'm here to tell you, you can handle this. You just haven't figured it out yet. And that's okay, because this is your training period. This is your tuition. This is what you pay to learn what you don't know yet. You're not failing. You're in class. And just because you don't know how to do it yet doesn't mean you can't. Other people have done it. So can you. You don't need to be Einstein. You just need to be teachable. Get around people who know more than you. Find mentors. Read books. Attend workshops. Watch the ones who've done it right. Success leaves clues. Follow them. Learn how to manage your life, your business, your time, your emotions. Change the way you see yourself, because how you see yourself determines how you show up. And here's a truth you've got to remember. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to take care of your dream like you will. It's your responsibility, your destiny, your baby. Tend to the details, protect it, build it, and don't get discouraged when you fall. Because the most successful people in any field, the ones standing at the top, are usually the ones who failed the most. They've stumbled. They've fallen. They've been rejected, broken, and overlooked again and again. The only difference is they kept going. The difference between the successful and the average isn't strength. It isn't knowledge. It's will to endure, will to learn, will to rise again. You've got what it takes. You just have to decide. Decide to stay in the fight. Decide to keep believing. Decide to keep chasing that hero, the one 10 years ahead. Because that version of you is calling. He's wiser, stronger, more peaceful. He's been through the fire and he's still standing. But he doesn't come to you. You've got to go to him. So keep moving. Keep becoming. Keep chasing. You must experience all of what this life is before you go. The joy, the pain, the struggle, the triumph, because that's what it means to live. Don't shrink from life. Don't hide from challenges. Don't fear failure. Experience it. Learn from it. Let it shape you, not break you. Because when you truly live, when you truly experience this life in all its fullness, you stop asking, why me? And you start saying, try me. It's all up to you. The hero you're chasing, the dream you're building, the life you're living, it's all up to you. In a world that constantly teaches us to look outward for answers, to seek validation from others, to chase success that can be measured and happiness that can be bought, we've forgotten something sacred. We've forgotten that the answer isn't out there. It's within. We're taught to believe that the right job will make us happy, that the right amount of money will finally give us peace, that if we could just get that one opportunity, that one promotion, that one relationship, then we'd be fulfilled. But the truth is, no external thing can fill a void that was never meant to be filled from the outside. The answer is already in you. The strength you're searching for is already within your soul. The peace you crave has been sitting in silence, waiting for you to listen. The direction you're looking for, it's not in the noise. It's in the stillness. You already have it. You already hold the key. But the question is, will you unlock it? Will you unleash it? Will you step into the truth of who you are meant to be? Will you give what's inside of you to the world? Will you own your power? Will you stop living small and start walking in the fullness of your potential? Because deep down you already know you were meant for more. You were designed for greatness. You were built with intention. And yes, the journey will require courage. Because to become who you were created to be, you have to let go of who the world told you to be. You have to unlearn the noise, the fear, the conditioning. You have to face yourself. Reinvention isn't easy. It demands humility, patience, and faith. It asks you to break the bow that's strung too tight. Because when you're stretched beyond balance, you break. See, life is not meant to be lived on one extreme. The bow too tightly strung is easily broken. And that's one of the greatest lessons you'll ever learn. That balance is a beautiful thing. You can be disciplined and joyful. You can be focused and free. You can be driven and at peace. You don't have to live at war with yourself. So yes, be monomaniacal about your mission. Be obsessed with your purpose. Be relentless in chasing your high-value targets. Those goals that set your soul on fire. Wake up every day with a plan, with discipline, with clarity. Execute. Deliver. Do what you said you would do, but also reward yourself. Build joy into the journey. Build grace into the grind. Because when you celebrate the small wins, when you pause to breathe, when you allow yourself to experience gratitude in the midst of progress, you send a powerful message to your conscious and subconscious mind that this path you're walking, this daily act of showing up is a beautiful thing. It's not punishment. It's not pressure. It's purpose. You begin to love the process. And when you love the process, you build something sacred. Momentum. Momentum is magic. It's the invisible force that turns small beginnings into unstoppable motion. In The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, there's a whole chapter on it. Momentum builds like a skier going downhill. You start slow, tentative, cautious. But with every small move, every push forward, every bit of courage, you gain speed. You gain rhythm. Before you know it, you're gliding, flowing, accelerating, and the very thing that once felt uncertain now feels natural. People often ask, where do I start? How do I begin? I want to start a business. I want to find love. I want to create art. I want to live with purpose. I want to multiply my finances. I want to finally become the person I know I can be. But where do I start? The answer is simple. You just start. There is great power in the start. There's divine energy in the moment you move. You don't wait for clarity to begin. Clarity comes because you begin. When you start, life starts responding. When you act, the universe aligns. When you move, grace meets you halfway. Doors that were closed begin to open. People you need begin to appear. What you thought was hidden begins to reveal itself. The act of starting is an act of faith. And faith is what turns possibility into reality. God didn't create you to live in fear. He created you to live in courage. Because He knows life will test you. You will face challenges that demand more than desire. They'll demand bravery. You'll meet situations that ask you to choose between comfort and calling, between safety and growth, between fitting in and standing out. And in those moments, courage is what carries you. Courage to say no when the world says yes. Courage to say yes when fear screams no. Courage to walk away from what doesn't serve you and toward what aligns with your truth. Courage to follow conviction when it's lonely. Courage to speak life when it's easier to stay silent. Courage to believe when logic says give up. That's the kind of courage this world needs. Not the kind that floats. Not the kind that bends with every situation. Not the kind that changes with the crowd, but the kind that stands, anchored in what's right, rooted in faith, unmoved by fear. Most people live their lives powered by fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of what others might think. They play small because they think safety is protection. But safety is a cage when courage is calling. You, however, are not called to live small. You are called to live bold. You are called to live free. As a believer, you're not meant to be guided by fear, but by faith, by the quiet knowing that the one who called you will carry you. Faith that says, I may not see it yet, but I believe it's already mine. The storm may rage, but I'm anchored. Faith that says, this mountain will move, and if not, I'll climb it. So don't let fear silence your heart. Don't let doubt dim your vision. Don't let failure convince you to quit. Start, move, build, fall, rise, repeat. Keep walking the path. Keep chasing your purpose. Keep uncovering the strength within you. You don't need to have every step figured out. You just need to trust the next one because the answer isn't out there. It's been within you all along. You've been looking for something you already have. Peace is within. Wisdom is within. Power is within. Purpose is within. And when you finally stop searching and start believing, you'll realize that the life you've been waiting for has been waiting for you. So start today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Begin small but begin. Live with balance. Move with purpose. Work with joy. Rest with peace. And above all, walk with courage. Because when you start walking in alignment with who you truly are, life starts walking with you. You see, once you start walking in alignment, something shifts. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet, subtle, sacred. You begin to feel it long before you see it. You start to sense that life isn't happening to you anymore. It's happening through you. You're not chasing purpose. You're becoming it. You're not begging for blessings. You're embodying the kind of person blessings are drawn to. You're no longer asking when will it happen, but rather how can I serve? Who can I become? What can I give? Because when you grow, everything grows with you. When you rise, your circumstances rise. And as you walk this path, you'll realize something powerful. Transformation doesn't always announce itself. It doesn't come with fanfare or recognition. Most of the time, it comes quietly, disguised as consistency. It comes in the mornings when you choose discipline over distraction. It comes in the nights when you choose faith over fear. It comes in the moments no one claps for, the hours no one sees, the choices no one celebrates. That's where you evolve. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Because the shadows are where roots grow. And if you tend to the roots, the tree will take care of itself. But don't mistake quiet seasons for wasted ones. Just because it's not visible yet doesn't mean it's not valuable. The seed spends most of its life underground before the world ever sees the flower. So don't despise the waiting. Don't curse the stillness. Don't grow impatient when things move slow. Growth takes time. Purpose takes patience. Preparation takes seasons. And the most dangerous thing you can do is rush what God is still refining. See, divine timing isn't delayed timing. It's perfect timing. And sometimes the reason the door hasn't opened is because you're still becoming the kind of person who can walk through it. Sometimes the reason the blessing hasn't arrived is because your hands are still holding what needs to be released. Sometimes the reason the vision hasn't manifested is because you're still building the capacity to carry it. So trust the process. Trust that where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. Not a step behind, not a second late. You're on schedule. And in the midst of all this, remember balance. Yes, stay focused. Stay hungry. Stay disciplined. But don't forget to live. Don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to love. Because success means nothing if it costs you your soul. Achievements mean nothing if you lose your joy on the journey. The goal isn't to become busy. It's to become whole. The goal isn't just to climb higher. It's to grow deeper. Because what good is reaching the mountaintop if you're empty inside? What good is chasing dreams if you forget to dream with your heart? So slow down when you need to. Rest when your spirit calls for it. Let grace do its work. Rest is not weakness. It's wisdom. Even the ocean pulls back before it surges forward. Even the sun sets before it rises again. You don't need to force what's meant to flow. And as you continue, remember this. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's walking forward despite it. It's saying, I may not know every step, but I trust the one who orders them. Is moving even when your knees shake. Speaking even when your voice trembles. Believing even when your heart is weary. That's what courage looks like. It's not loud. It's not always visible. Sometimes it's as simple as getting out of bed, trying again, forgiving again, believing again. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, you'll look back and you'll see that every delay was divine. Every detour was direction. Every closed door was protection. Every unanswered prayer was redirection. You'll see that nothing was wasted. The pain, the struggle, the silence, the setbacks, they all shaped you, prepared you, refined you. They carved strength into your bones and wisdom into your soul. So don't quit. Don't run. Don't shrink. Stand tall. Breathe deep. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep becoming. Because this moment, this journey, this chapter, it's not random. It's sacred. It's the unfolding of who you truly are. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. You are not lost. You are being led. And when the time is right, and when the roots are strong, when the heart is ready, when the soul has learned what it needed to learn, you'll rise. Not by force, not by striving, but naturally, effortlessly, authentically. Because you were never meant to chase greatness. You were meant to grow into it. There comes a moment when the waiting ends, when the storm clears, when the noise fades, when you realize you've crossed the line between who you were and who you were meant to be. It doesn't happen in an instant. It's not a single sunrise or one victorious shout. It's quieter than that, more sacred. It's when you wake up one morning and your heart no longer trembles the way it used to. When the things that once broke you no longer hold power. When the weight that once bent your back now feels like strength in your shoulders. That's how you'll know you've arrived at the next chapter. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are different. You've become the person who can hold the blessings you once prayed for. You've become the kind of soul that can walk through fire and not lose its light. And as you step into this season, understand this. Your victories are not accidents. They're confirmations. They're reminders that all those nights you stayed up believing, all those days you kept showing up when nothing made sense, all those tears you cried when no one was watching, they mattered. None of it was wasted. Every moment was a brick in the foundation of your becoming. Every delay was shaping your destiny. Every trial was teaching your spirit how to rise. You're walking now in what you once only dreamed of. You're living what you used to pray for, but this isn't the end. This is the beginning. Because purpose isn't a destination. It's a direction. There's always another mountain, another level, another calling. You didn't come this far just to settle. You came this far to soar. So move with intention. Speak with power. Live with gratitude. Don't shrink now. Don't apologize for the light that's growing in you. You paid for that light with tears, with faith, with perseverance. You've earned the right to stand tall. But as you rise, remember, true greatness isn't measured by applause. It's measured by impact. It's not how high you climb, but how many you lift along the way. The blessing isn't meant to stop with you. It's meant to flow through you. You are not a reservoir. You are a river. What you've been given, give back. What you've learned, teach. What you've healed from, help others heal. Because that's where fulfillment is found. In serving, in giving, in becoming a vessel for something bigger than yourself. You've seen what happens when you trust the process. Now see what happens when you trust yourself. When you stop second-guessing your worth. When you step into rooms and know you belong. When you speak and your voice no longer trembles, it resonates. When you walk and your steps leave echoes of purpose behind you. This is what all the preparation was for. Not to make you perfect, but to make you ready. Ready to lead. Ready to love. Ready to shine. Ready to handle what's coming next with grace, not greed. With vision, not vanity. Because real power doesn't shout, it moves. Real faith doesn't fear, it acts. Real success doesn't boast, it builds. You're building something now. Not just a life, but a legacy. One day people will look at you and see the fruit. But only you will know the root. The unseen years, the hidden tears, the quiet choices that no one else noticed. But you'll smile because you'll know it was all worth it. And as you continue, remember, don't forget who you were when you started. Don't forget the hunger, the hope, the humility. Let gratitude be your guardrail. Let faith remain your compass. Let love be your language. Because the same heart that carried you through the valley will carry you across the mountain. You've come a long way, but there's still more to do, more to give, more to become. And that's the beauty of this journey. It never truly ends. There's always more growth, more grace, more glory ahead. So keep your eyes lifted, keep your hands open, keep your heart soft, and keep moving forward. Not because you have to prove anything, but because you finally understand. This is who you were always meant to be. You are no longer searching. You are walking in it. And every step you take now is purpose in motion. There comes a time after all the running, all the reaching, all the relentless striving when you finally stop and realize that what you were chasing has been within you all along. You've spent years searching, stretching, pushing, fighting to become something, to prove something, to arrive somewhere. But the truth you've been running toward isn't found in the applause or the trophies or the recognition. It's found in the stillness, in that quiet space between breaths where your soul finally whispers, "You've made it." Not because you've gained everything the world told you to want, but because you've released everything you no longer need. You're not running anymore. You're not reaching for validation. You're not trying to fit into rooms you've outgrown or wear masks that hide your truth. You're finally free. You've learned that the greatest journey is not the miles you travel, but the inches you move within. From fear to faith, from doubt to trust, from noise to silence, from striving to surrender. You've walked through the storms. You've faced the darkness. And you've come out with light in your eyes and peace in your heart. You've seen what happens when faith carries you further than fear ever could. You've seen how grace shows up in the details. Quiet, unseen, faithful. You look back now and smile. Not because the path was easy, but because it was worth it. Every heartbreak taught you compassion. Every setback taught you strength. Every unanswered prayer taught you patience. Every delay taught you timing. Every failure taught you humility. Every season, every single one was a necessary part of your becoming. You realize now that the universe was never against you. It was building you, preparing you, aligning you, and now you stand here not with arrogance, but with gratitude. You stand here not as a perfect person, but as a present one, not with all the answers, but with peace in the questions. Because the older you get, the more you understand. It was never about having everything figured out. It was about learning to trust while you walked in the dark. It was about becoming the kind of person who could carry light, not just for yourself, but for others too. You see, true arrival isn't standing on top of the mountain. It's realizing you've become the mountain, steady, unmoved, grounded. You don't climb for approval anymore. You rise for purpose. You don't reach to escape who you were. You grow to become who you were made to be. You've stopped comparing your chapter to someone else's story because you finally understand no one can walk your path but you. And as you stand in this peace, you begin to notice others. The ones still wandering, still searching, still carrying heavy loads. You see the exhaustion in their eyes, the doubt in their step, the questions in their hearts. And you remember you were once there. You know what it feels like to doubt your worth, to question your path, to wonder if the waiting will ever end. So now you reach back. You extend a hand. You become the mentor, the light, the voice that says, "You're not lost. You're learning. You're not late when you're being prepared. Keep going. You're closer than you think." This is legacy. Not what you leave behind in possessions, but what you leave behind in people, the words you speak, the hope you spark, the courage you awaken. The real impact is invisible. It's the ripple effect your faith sends out into the world. You were never meant to keep the wisdom you gained. You were meant to give it away. Because a life that blesses only itself is small. A life that pours into others is eternal. And in this final stretch, you understand something sacred. That peace is not the absence of motion. It's the presence of meaning. You may still have dreams ahead of you, mountains left to climb, songs left to sing, but the striving is gone. You move differently now. You work with purpose, not pressure. You love with depth, not demand. You live not to impress, but to express the fullness of who you are. There's a softness in your strength now, a stillness in your soul. You no longer need to shout to be heard. Your presence speaks louder than words. You no longer chase doors to open. You've become the door. Opportunity flows through you. You no longer look for miracles. You've realized you are one. Shaped by grace, refined by struggle, and carried by faith. And when you look back over your life, you see it all. The pain, the beauty, the joy, the loss, the laughter, the tears. You see how every chapter, even the ones that made no sense, were leading you here to this peace, this power, this purpose. You finally understand that nothing was wasted. Every detail was divine. So now you stand still, not out of fatigue, but fulfillment. You rest not because you've quit, but because you've arrived. You breathe deep, and with every exhale, you release what no longer belongs. You forgive what once held you. You bless what once hurt you. You honor every version of yourself that got you here. The dreamer, the fighter, the doubter, the believer. Every one of them played a part in this masterpiece. And as you lift your eyes to the horizon, you no longer ask, "What's next?" You simply whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for the journey. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the grace that carried me when I couldn't walk. Thank you for the storms that revealed my strength. Thank you for the waiting that refined my faith. Thank you for the life that was never perfect but always purposeful." Because now you know you were never behind. You were being built. You were never forgotten. You were being formed. You were never lost. You were being led. And as the sun sets gently on this chapter, you smile. Not because it's over, but because you finally learned how to live. You've learned that life is not about reaching the end, but embracing every step. You've learned that true success is peace. True wealth is love. True strength is faith. And true legacy is impact. You've learned that you don't need to become more. You just need to be. Be present. Be grateful. Be whole. And in this final breath of reflection, you realize you are no longer becoming. You are. You have arrived. Not at the end, but at yourself. And there in that sacred stillness you find it. Not the answer you searched for, but the truth that has always been whispering. You are home. If you're still here, if you felt every word, type "I trust the process." Because your story isn't over. It's unfolding exactly as it should. Remember, only you decide how limitless you are. This was Randomly for You Daily, a simple reminder that your best life starts with the choices you make today. Now go and make today count.